Count on LUB to be there.
You are watching and listening to WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum. Tonight's broadcast is originating from the Grand Isle Central and is made possible by Alco Builders and Realty, David Bell's Automotive, locally family-owned and operated since 1966. Builtwell Bank, La Follette, Jacksboro, and Jellicoe. Burge Screen Printing, Larry, Don, Colby, and Kimberly Burge. Campbell County Mayor Jack Lynch, who will be on the ballot in the August election. Dave's Lawnmower Parts near I-75, behind the former Scotties at Caryville. State Representative Dennis Powers, thankful to be serving you. 8th Judicial District Attorney General Jared Effler. C&L Metal Sales has the best prices in the tri-state. See Matt Klein, the former Cougar. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. La Follette, Jacksboro, and Clinton. Member FDIC. Quality Lawn Sales and Service, Cub Cadet and more for Campbell County at Indian Mound Circle. LUB, La Follette Utilities Board. We will prove our worth every day. Local realtor Gage Dopel is ready to help you find your dream home or help you sell your home. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank. See Beth, Brian, and Carrie. Gamble Motors, beside the South Avenue stoplight, keeping you rolling since the 1950s. One name has it all, Maynard's. See Maynard's for wrecker service and auto parts. The city of La Follette is celebrating more than 125 years as a city. C&L Furniture. See us for furniture as well as guns and more on North Tennessee Avenue. Grace Rehab. We're here to help you at Grace Rehab. La Follette Mine Supply. See LMS for boat lifts, septic tanks, septic chambers, and more. Lithocraft Printing and Office Supplies since 1961, right there on West Beach Street. Lions Liquor Locker, 511 West Central Avenue in La Follette. Brandon Parton, your property assessor, honored to serve you. Deposit your check anytime, anywhere with the People's Bank of the South app. Powell Clinch Utility District can lower your energy bill with a 40-gallon natural gas tank water heater. Premier Weight Management and Aesthetics, your premier destination for your weight loss goals. Noah Smith for State Representative. Smith Metals and Dock Sales right across from the Campbell County High School. TCAT, the leader in technical education and industry training. Terry's Pharmacy, serving you in La Follette and Jacksboro. When it comes to the home, come to Winter Furniture, next to Light 8 in La Follette. WLAF, AM, FM, TV, and .com, since 1953. Jacksboro GNC is ready to keep you at the top of your game. Congratulations, Class of 26 from Jacksboro GNC. Since 2017, Common Ground Coffee Shop is serving you from the heart of La Follette on Freeman Corner. Hope and Stand Church is now open in his new facility behind Tim Short Ford of La Follette.
Walters Funeral Home, where we remain, our family serving your family with dignity and caring service.
Cumberland Tire and Service on the corner of Beach and Indiana. New Horizon Baptist Church, loving God, loving others, making disciples. Maria Parton, Republican candidate for county clerk in the August election. This is WLAF.
This is our second go-around for Meet the Candidates Forum here on WLAF with Susan Sharp. This is Jim Freeman, and we're glad you're along. Special thanks to our sponsors tonight. You see a whole litany of them listed on the bottom of your screen. In particular, thanks to LUB, Cumberland Tire in downtown La Follette, and Maria Parton, Republican candidate for county clerk coming up in the August election. Now, our commission and school board candidates were each offered 2 minutes to come on air and speak with us or speak to you and on the topic of their choice. We've also decided, and they've agreed, that we may ask a follow-up question there as well, but each candidate will get a couple of minutes. And Susan, we have some folks who will be here but really aren't here tonight.
This is a first for us. We've never had anybody appear by video before, but we have our sitting county commissioners who are at a conference. They're in Pigeon Forge for the next 3 days. So the sitting county commissioners and school board that could not be here, we offered them the opportunity to do a 2-minute pre-tape segment. Also need to mention that Dennis Powers will not be here, so he was given that same courtesy. And I think we're going to play that now. Are we ready, Matthew?
Hello, my name is Dewayne Baird, and I'm running for re-election in the 3rd District as County Commissioner. I've been a commissioner in the 3rd District the last 8 years, going on 8 years. I've been in finance sector for going on 14 years now. One of the things that I would like to continue to work on for the county is growth. We've got to get a better industry, more jobs. Obviously, it takes a team to get that done. It's not just one person. Recreation for our kids. We've grown in that department, but there's still a lot to be done to improve that side of it. I'd like to continue to work with Ron Dilbeck to work on our roads, our mayor, to projects that he might want to see, whoever that may be. But at the end of the day, I'm here for the people in the 3rd District and also the whole county. So I'm asking for re-election this time around. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Beverly Hall, and I'm currently a county commissioner in the 2nd District. The 2nd District the 2nd District is La Follette Elementary, La Follette Middle School, and College Hill. I've been a commissioner twice. I was a commissioner in 2010 through 2014. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm currently employed at the county clerk's office. I've been an employee there for 20 years. My late husband was Jeff Hall, county mayor. I've got a son, Mark Brantley. I attended Knoxville Business College, where I got an associate degree in business administration. I owned my own business, The Clothesline, for several years. I enjoy being a county commissioner because I like to be there to represent the people. Anytime there's a problem, people will come to me and I'll try my best to solve it. If I can't solve it, I'll get back with you. I'm asking for your vote for county commissioner in the general election, which is August the 5th. It's the general election, and I will be running as independent. Just be sure to get out and vote. Early vote starts, I think it's July the 17th through August the 1st. That's the early vote. I appreciate you going out and voting for me to get me re-elected as your county commissioner in District 2. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Zachary Marlow, and I'm seeking re-election for 1st District County Commissioner because I love Campbell County. And I believe I bring a unique and much-needed perspective to the table. 8 years ago, you took a chance on a kid who just recently graduated high school, who had a passion for service and improving his community. For that, I'm incredibly grateful for the chance that you all gave me to serve and improve my community. 8 years later, we have made substantial progress, from increasing access to potable water and increasing access to internet, and so much more in between. As a fiscal conservative, with our stimulus funds that the county received, I ensured that we did not put those towards recurring needs that would later result in a tax increase. Instead, we invested in much-needed capital projects that lessened the need to go into debt and avoided a tax increase. From a service standpoint, we have increased funding for our volunteer fire departments, our senior centers, and we've also funded a Boys and Girls Club to give our children a place to learn and grow and love our community. At the state level, I serve as co-chairman of the County Commissioners Association Governmental Affairs Committee, where we are currently working to get $500,000 annually for Campbell County for infrastructure improvements. Educationally, I have a master's degree in public policy and administration from the University of Tennessee, from the Baker School of Public Affairs. If reelected, I will continue to serve with honesty, determination, and vision, and continue moving Campbell County forward. For me, public service is not a career path. It is a calling to serve and better our community. Thank you, and God bless.
Good evening. I'm Rusty Orick, currently one of the county commissioners from the 3rd District, and I'm seeking another term on the county commission. And I hope you all feel that I have represented the county well. with their utmost respect and integrity that you all deserve. Over my tenure, I've made numerous contacts and built relationships with the state and local governments, and I feel because of that I've earned their respect for Campbell County. The County Commission and I have faced a lot of problems over the last 4 years, and most of them either has been fixed or on the way of being fixed. We have overseen many capital outlay projects within the county to help supply a high quality of services for our citizens. We have rebuilt our sanitation department. We have 2 new drive-throughs for the clerk's office, one in Jacksboro, one in Jellicoe, and we're actually in the process of working on a record storage building for the county government, and many more projects to come. We have applied for and received grants and funding more than $10 million for water line projects and over $17 million in internet services. And I'm proud to say that such areas such as Stinking Creek, White Oak, Wynn Habersham, Demery, and Flat Hollow will now or soon to be have internet service and will help the quality of life for those citizens in that part of the county. I'm proud to say that I'm very proud to say that we've accomplished this without a tax increase. In closing, I want to take time to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to serve as your County Commissioner of the 3rd District. And I humbly ask for your vote and support in August at this election. And I want to take time out to thank WLAF, Jim and Susan, and the gentleman that's doing the videoing. And I want to thank God. He's put me in this position, and I'm proud to serve. First and foremost, thank you all, and you have a good day.
Hello, everyone. I'm State Representative Dennis Powers. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you tonight, but I had a prior engagement in Claiborne County, have to be up there to do a presentation. However, I did want to come with you by way of video. I want to thank WLAF and Susan Sharp and everybody involved in putting this together. First of all, I've been in the legislature and been serving as your state representative. During my time in there, I passed over 100 bills, anywhere from the Breast Cancer Prevention Act to this year, the Illegal Immigration Act, where we're going to cut off benefits for illegal immigrants all across the state of Tennessee to save your money and to have them deported. I want to thank Governor Lee for his endorsement the other day. Governor Lee and I stand with President Trump. We will fight for your Second Amendment rights, and we will fight to protect the unborn. My time in the legislature, I've gone from when I started serving on 2 committees to moving into leadership, where I now chair 1 full committee, and I also serve on 5 other committees. I chair the Private Acts Committee. I serve on Business and Utilities. I serve on Commerce. I serve on State and Local Government, Department and Agencies, and Calendar and Rules. That's what leadership is. That's when you have a good relationship with the leadership in your House and the leadership of our caucus and our majority, Cameron Sexton. We took over the majority when I went in with Cameron, and since that day, we have turned Tennessee around. And now we have lower taxes, lower regulations, and a lot more freedom in the state of Tennessee. So thank you all for the opportunity to serve. Thank you for being here and watching this video tonight. And I want to just let you know that I will not let my opponent's youth and inexperience become a factor in this campaign. Thank you, and God bless you, and I appreciate your vote and support in the upcoming August Republican primary.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to lub.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.
Your tire shop is here. They're still fixing autos and changing tires at the corner of Beach and Indiana. What was known as Hensley Tire is now known as Cumberland Tire and Service. With the new name comes new owners, John and Cheryl Heatherly. Oh, and they've changed up the color of the building too. Cumberland Tire and Service is ready to take care of your automotive needs. with the same honest, no-hassle service Campbell County has always known. A full lineup of auto repair under one roof. Whether you need new tires, an oil change, an AC repair, or something more, Cumberland Tire and Service is here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Transparent diagnosis, competitive pricing, and friendly service you can trust are in the gray and orange building. 423-563-TIRE, 563-8473. We are Campbell County's full-service shop. Quick service, straight prices, done right. Cumberland Tire and Service.
Thank you, Campbell County. I'm honored to be voted your Republican nominee for County Clerk. I want to sincerely thank everyone who voted, prayed, and encouraged this campaign during the primary election. Your support means more than words can express, but we're not finished yet. Our focus is now on the August general election, and with your continued support, we can keep this momentum growing stronger every day. For 25 years, I proudly served the people of this county. I gained the experience, knowledge, and professionalism needed to lead the clerk's office. Now let me put that experience to work for you as your county clerk. My vision is simple, a clerk's office built around quality customer service, knowledge, and respect. A place where every citizen feels welcomed with a smile, leaves knowing they were treated right. Together we can build a clerk's office the people of Campbell County can truly be proud of. I'm Maria Parton, and I would be honored to earn your vote for county clerk. Thank you.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to LUB.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.
And welcome back. It's time to bring in our school board candidates, our county commission candidates, and our first guest, as we go in alphabetical order, is Becky Aiken. Becky is a write-in candidate for 1st District School Board. Becky?
Thank you. Thanks for having me this evening. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Becky Aiken. I am running for school board in District 1. I am a write-in candidate, which is a little different, which means you will have to check the box when you go to the ballot box for write-in candidate, and then you will be prompted to type in my name, again, Becky Aiken. We'll talk more about that as this election process moves on. I wanted to talk a little bit about tonight in my 2-minute segment here about why I want to run for school board. First and foremost, we need great leadership here in our county at the school board level, and that will just trickle on down to everything that affects our schools. My main purpose here is I want to bring some transparency to the school board, some unified leadership. I believe we really need that here in our community again. We want to promote strong schools. Our greatest asset in this community are our students, and we have got to educate them to the best of our ability. Public schools are struggling, but I believe in public schools, and I believe that we have an opportunity here to do some good things with our students. We have great students that have graduated throughout the years here at Campbell County, and excuse me, I hope to build on that, and I would really appreciate your vote come August in the general election, and look forward to talking to a lot of you throughout this process over the next few months. Thank you.
And Becky, you are running for school board 1st District as a write-in candidate.
Yes.
If you'll take just a moment and tell us how folks may find you and vote for you in the August election.
Okay, so I'm going to take an excerpt from what you posted on the WLAF website, if that's okay.
Okay.
So once you go into the voting booth, voters will see boxes on the screen that allow them to click to the box next to the write-in option. So when you click that box, it's checked. Then the name of the write-in candidate can be typed in. That would be me, hopefully, Becky Aiken, and that's basically the process. You just type that name in once you check the write-in candidate box.
Very good.
Okay.
Becky, thank you.
All right, thank you
much.
once again. All right.
Becky Aiken, a writing candidate for 1st District School Board. Our next guest is Jerry Brown. Jerry is seeking the 2nd District County Commission seat. Jerry, welcome in. Jerry's coming on over. We have a guest off camera here coming to the set. And Jerry, good evening. Thank you for being here tonight.
Jim, thank you. Thank you, WLAF, for having me here tonight. I want to start off first saying thank you to everybody in District 2. 514 votes. You made me the Republican candidate for this position. I really want to say thank you very much for that. So we have a topic we're supposed to talk about today, and my topic today is infrastructure, roads, stuff like that. I don't think anybody in the county ever expected the growth of Campbell County, the traffic populations and everything else. So being part of this county commission to me is very important to try to change this. We have great business people here. We have great landowners here. We have state representatives here. We have the mayors here. So it's the perfect time. A lot of people knows I was the captain of the rescue squad in the late 90s, and I got to sit in a meeting with the state and the political people that was here. We have a single point of failure on our road system here, and it's the bridge at the high school. I think it's very important that we don't dawdle, and we need to fix this problem to where we can have smooth traffic through our main road here. And I know it's going to take a lot of work. Maybe the state representatives can help us. The mayor's going to have to work with the state. The commission's got to help work with all of them to try to find the funding, the grants, in order to get this accomplished. One problem with that bridge, and you cut off La Follette and the Valley from the interstate. You're making them 30 minutes an hour away. This is a major problem for Campbell County, and it needs to be addressed. And I hope that the property owners understand I am not here to try to take your property or anything like that, but to try to negotiate better roads, better ways around in Campbell County. One accident, it shuts the whole thing down. It's great to hear that they announced the Campbell County Industrial Park. That's a big project. Again, it's going to take a lot of work as far as grants and commission work as far as getting the infrastructure in there to get factories into Campbell County to produce jobs. I am one of the 2,000 people that hit the interstate every morning to go to Oak Ridge and work. So I know what the traffic is in the morning, and I know what the traffic is in the evening time. But if we can get all this accomplished, that would be a win for Campbell County. I want to thank everybody for letting me have the opportunity to speak. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you very much for your votes. And please vote for me, Jerry Brown, 2nd District.
Okay, Jerry, before you get going, I have a follow-up question. You mentioned talking to property owners. How would you approach them? You're expanding the road. What would you do?
Well, first of all, I'm not in Jacksboro, so I don't know all the rules and laws. So we need people that can tell us the laws. What can we do legally? Again, is there a possibility of buying it off of them now? You got to think, if you put in a secondary road and it's an active road, every piece of property down through there, the property owner actually wins probably off of it because their property value is going to go up. If it's done right, if the county will do it right for the people, that's the number one thing. You've got to negotiate it. And, the right commission, you might can get it negotiated out in that situation. But we have a serious problem with that bridge. And we've already had 2 train derailments that could have possibly took that bridge out.
Jerry, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate your answer to the question. And we've got Mr. Ralph Davis from the 5th District County Commissioner coming up, or running for County Commission.
I want to thank WLF for allowing us to be here tonight. Now, folks, you voters out there, what they're doing tonight is to help you decide who's the best instead of us telling you. This is for you people. It's more beneficial to the voters to listen to us and to know if we're the ones you need on the job. But my first thing is, back as commissioner in the 5th District, is to make sure that we build a new EMS building in downtown Jellicoe. When I was in there before, we had $250,000 left in the budget to build this new building. Right now, some people comes up and say, Ralph, why don't we have a building in Jellicoe? We do. It's up in Crouches Creek Holler in a subdivision. It's supposed to have been temporarily put up there until we built the new building. But now, when I'm reelected, the first day on the job will be to get this building started. Then we can sell the old building to help pay for this one. The clerk's building, we bought it 5 years ago. We give $75,000 for it. We're spending roughly $15,000 a year rent. We was bringing in $1,200 taxes. Well, this is the 5th year we have had on that building, and it will be paid for this year, just by not paying rent. We bought the old Jellicoe car lot. That's where the new building's going to be. We're going to have a sheriff's office in it to where when those men are over there and they need to stop, use the restroom, or have a meeting, they have an emergency, we, the county, will have a place for them to come. And what's more important is not the man on the front of this card, it's the people on the back. I'm going to work with the clerks, which one is elected. I'll put a drop box in their office, out in the lobby, and you can come by and pick a card up, fill it out, put it in there, and tell the commissioners what needs to be done. I can't do it if I don't know what it is. But I will appreciate your all's vote. I've served you before. Pretty soon I'll be putting on Facebook the things that I've accomplished and we accomplished as commission. And I would once again want to thank Jim Freeman and Ms. Sharp, for what they're doing for you all. This is for you people to understand what you need and who you need. Thank you.
Ralph, thank you so much for taking time. We'll look forward to Jellicoe basketball this year, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Ralph and I go way back. We're Jellicoe basketball buddies.
Right.
From way back.
Yeah. And
Ralph, thank you for taking time and being here tonight.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Ralph Davis, running for Campbell County Commission in the 5th District. We now switch back to a school board seat. Chris Honeycutt. He'll have the longest name on the ballot, Christopher James Lee Honeycutt, when you see your ballot. Chris is running for 2nd District School Board. He won the Republican runoff in May. And Chris, you'll be on the ballot in August. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the plug there with the long name. It is a mouthful, but my name is Chris Honeycutt, and I do want to just say that I was honored to be selected from the 2nd District voters as the Republican candidate for school board. That's an honor. I vow to work hard for and represent the district if elected. If you don't know who I am a former educator. I spent 13 years teaching and coaching, actually 16 years coaching football at Campbell County High School and La Follette Middle School. So I've spent time in the system. I have the experience. I have an EDS degree in education, so I have the education and experience to be able to do this job in a way that I feel effective. It is very important to me that we find ways to retain high-quality teachers and students. I've said that from the very beginning. I've kind of joked about building a wall. I want to be able to retain all of those high-quality individuals the best way possible. I know for myself, I've left education. My career path took me a different place, so I want to fight for people like me. I wish somebody would have fought for me in that sense and find ways to really be able to retain those individuals with high-quality facilities, with finding ways to better pay teachers, give principals the tools they need in order to be able to lead effectively. So that's really what I want to do. I just want to go to war and fight for our teachers and students within this incredible county that we live in.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I stepped all over you. Go ahead.
I have a follow-up question.
Sure.
In terms of retaining students, they've talked about having an online school. There would be an initial cost to set that up, but then it would just be there, something we could utilize. Would you support establishing that online school for the county?
I would. Yeah, I think we hear a lot with school board. First of all, I think school board needs to understand what they can and cannot do, because I think sometimes we say things because that's what you're supposed to say or that's what you need to say, and you can't really control it. So control what you can control. And if we're losing students to online programs, and we can control bringing one in so that those funds can be retained here in the community, I would fully support that. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Marvin Rutherford is going to come up now. Valley View's newest basketball coach.
Thank you. My name is Marvin Rutherford, and I'm running for school board in the 2nd District. And my topic is helping kids as a school board member. As a school board member, my main focus will always be on helping our kids succeed, not just in the classroom, but in life. Every child deserves a safe school, strong education, and adults who truly care about their future. I believe we need to support our teachers so they can give students attention and encouragement they deserve. Great teachers build great schools. Our children benefit when teachers have tools and support they need. We also need to make sure every student feels valued and included. Some children may struggle academically, emotionally, and financially. I believe our school system should work together with parents, the community, to help these students instead of leaving them behind. School safety is another major priority. Parents should feel confident when they send their children to school each morning, knowing that they are entering a safe and positive environment when learning comes first, where learning comes first. I also want to encourage more opportunities for students through academics, sports, trades, arts, and technology programs. Not every child learns the same way, and we should help every student discover their strengths and prepare them for their future. Most importantly, I want parents, teachers, and community members to have a voice. Our schools belong to the community, and together we can create a better future for our children. If elected, I will work hard, listen to people, and always put our kids first. Thank you.
Marvin, thank you for being here. How important is it for our community to be involved in our schools? Like you're the basketball coach now for the Lady Bobcats at Valley View. How important is it to be playing a role in those young ladies' lives?
It's a major component to being, because the kids have no support and the community does not support the kids, we don't have anything to look forward to.
Very good. Thanks for taking time tonight.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you, Marvin Rutherford. He's on the Democratic side as he will be running for school board 2nd District here in Campbell County. Let's now bring on 5th District County Commission candidate Dwight Osborne. Dwight, thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you. I'd like to thank WLAF and you, Mr. Freeman, and Susan for making this possible. I'd like to thank our sponsors that made this possible. Without them, we couldn't have this. Exactly. I appreciate having the forum.
Very good. Thank you. The floor is yours.
I'm sorry?
The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. My name's Dwight Osborne. I'm a candidate for 5th District County Commissioner. There's a lot of things I would like to see improved in the 5th District. A gentleman before me was talking about the growth of the county. It has, but half of the county. The 5th District is half the county, and the population has declined drastically over the past 20 years. And that affects our schools, it affects our economy, everything. So I'd like to see some improvements there. We have an industrial park at Oswego. It's been there for 50 years, has one factory in it. The rest of it pretty much grown up. You can't tell where anything's at. There's no infrastructure in it, no water, no electric, no sewer. So I'd like to see some improvements there. And I'd like to see some improvements in our ambulance service. The ambulance service director is doing a good job running the service. They just don't have enough ambulances on the road. So I think we need to look at funding more ambulances, especially during the critical times when a lot of them are tied up transporting patients to Knoxville and wherever. So we need actually more units to be on the road.
You are a previous office holder.
Yes.
How will that experience help you in a county commission seat, do you think?
Well, I served 4 years as mayor in the city of Jellicoe, and then several years ago I also served on city council. So I have a lot of experience working with the budgets. Mm-hmm. And as mayor, I had to control that budget. make sure it wasn't wasted, the expenditures were going where they're supposed to, and when things got tight, you had to tighten the belt up. So I've had a lot of experience with budgets and working on a shoestring. So I think that'll help a whole lot. And recruiting industry, I had a little experience with that. Mm-hmm. I know it takes some time to develop connections and stuff. And I think county could do with an industrial recruiter or somebody working that full time to make those connections. But I think that's something that would help the whole county, not just the 5th District.
Very good. Dwight Osborne, thank you for taking time tonight.
Thank you.
Being here. Dwight Osborne running for County Commission in the 5th District. Our last candidate in this segment is Anthony Terry. Anthony is running for 3rd District County Commission. Anthony has joined us on our Meet the Candidates a couple of times. He's joined us at our Candidates Breakfast a couple of times. Anthony, we appreciate that, and thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me. And I'm Anthony Terry. I'm running for County Commissioner of the 3rd District as a Republican. A couple of issues I want to hit on real quick. It was our property taxes and some industry in here. Now, you'll hear that we were the 4th lowest tax base in the state. Well, Paul Harvey would say, here's the rest of the story. In 23 and 24, our tax rate was $2.06.5 per 100 of estimated value. At that time, Knox County was $1.55. So actually it was cheaper to live in Knox County than in Campbell County in 23 and 24. At the end of 24, we had a property assessment. As you remember, most people's properties went up. A lot of people's doubled, even more than doubled. The state law is they cannot bring in a windfall of money when they do a property assessment that year. So, not out of the goodness of their heart, but by state law, they had to drop the property charge. So they dropped it to $1.21 per 100. But just remember, before then, it was over $2. This is the same people who said we have a temporary wheel tax. And if you remember, we didn't have a temporary wheel tax. They still have it, even raised it. Under William Baird, who tried to raise the wheel tax, they got smacked, their hands smacked, so they actually came back and raised the property tax. So I am here to fight against it. I think we need some industry in here. Only thing we've done in the last 12 years is we lost A&S Steel, we lost PACA, we lost Thermador, we've lost D-Royal. I think it's time that we have a change in telling us that we have big things coming. Well, we've been hearing that for the last 12 years. So I would appreciate your vote. Those that voted for me in the primary, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, and I hope you stay with me.
Mr. Terry, we appreciate you being here, so thank you so much. We appreciate all of our candidates who have shown up tonight. We will have another segment here in a few minutes, and we're going to take a quick commercial break before we do that.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to LUB.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.
Your tire shop is here. They're still fixing autos and changing tires at the corner of Beach and Indiana. What was known as Hensley Tire is now known as Cumberland Tire and Service. With the new name comes new owners, John and Cheryl Heatherly. Oh, and they've changed up the color of the building too. Cumberland Tire and Service is ready to take care of your automotive needs with the same honest, no-hassle service Campbell County has always known. A full lineup of auto repair under one roof. Whether you need new tires, an oil change, an AC repair, or something more, Cumberland Tire and Service is here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Transparent diagnosis, competitive pricing, and friendly service you can trust are in the gray and orange building. 423-563-TIRE, 563-8473. We are Campbell County's full-service shop. Quick service, straight prices, done right. Cumberland Tire and Service.
Thank you, Campbell County. I'm honored to be voted your Republican nominee for County Clerk. I want to sincerely thank everyone who voted, prayed, and encouraged this campaign during the primary election. Your support means more than words can express, but we're not finished yet. Our focus is now on the August general election, and with your continued support, we can keep this momentum growing stronger every day. For 25 years, I proudly served the people of this county. I gained the experience, knowledge, and professionalism needed to lead the clerk's office. Now let me put that experience to work for you as your county clerk. My vision is simple, a clerk's office built around quality customer service, knowledge, and respect. A place where every citizen feels welcomed with a smile, leaves knowing they were treated right. Together we can build a clerk's office the people of Campbell County can truly be proud of. I'm Maria Parton, and I would be honored to earn your vote for County Clerk. Thank you.
You are watching and listening to WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum. Tonight's broadcast is originating from the Grand Isle Central and is made possible by Alco Builders and Realty, David Bell's Automotive, locally family owned and operated since 1966, Builtwell Bank, La Follette, Jacksboro, and Jellicoe, Burge Screen Printing, Larry, Don, Colby, and Kimberly Burge, Campbell County Mayor Jack Lynch, who will be on the ballot in the August election, Dave's Lawnmower Parts near I-75 behind the former Scotties at Caryville, State Representative Dennis Powers, thankful to be serving you, 8th Judicial District Attorney General Jared Effler, C&L Metal Sales has the best prices in the tri-state, see Matt Klein, the former Cougar, Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust, La Follette, Jacksboro, and Clinton, member FDIC. Quality Lawn Sales and Service, Cub Cadet and more for Campbell County at Indian Mound Circle. LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, we will prove our worth every day. Local realtor Gage Dopel is ready to help you find your dream home or help you sell your home. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank. See Beth, Brian, and Carrie. Gamble Motors, beside the South Avenue stoplight, keeping you rolling since the 1950s. One name has it all, Maynard's. See Maynard's for record service and auto parts. The city of La Follette is celebrating more than 125 years as a city. C&L Furniture. See us for furniture as well as guns and more on North Tennessee Avenue. Grace Rehab. We're here to help you at Grace Rehab. La Follette Mine Supply. See LMS for boat lifts, septic tanks, septic chambers, and more. Lithocraft Printing and Office Supplies since 1961, right there on West Beach Street. Lions Liquor Locker, 511 West Central Avenue in La Follette. Brandon Parton, your property assessor, honored to serve you. Deposit your check anytime, anywhere with the People's Bank of the South app. Powell Clinch Utility District can lower your energy bill with a 40-gallon natural gas tank water heater. Premier Weight Management and Aesthetics, your premier destination for your weight loss goals. Noah Smith for State Representative. Smith Metals and Dock Sales right across from the Campbell County High School. TCAT, the leader in technical education and industry training. Terry's Pharmacy, serving you in La Follette and Jacksboro. When it comes to the home, come to Winder Furniture, next to Light 8 in La Follette. WLAF, AM, FM, TV, and .com since 1953. Jacksboro GNC is ready to keep you at the top of your game. Congratulations, Class of 26 from Jacksboro GNC. Since 2017, Common Ground Coffee Shop is serving you from the heart of La Follette on Freeman Corner. Hope and Stand Church is now open in his new facility behind Tim Short Ford of La Follette.
Walters Funeral Home, where we remain, our family serving your family with dignity and caring service.
Cumberland Tire and Service on the corner of Beach and Indiana. New Horizon Baptist Church, loving God, loving others, making disciples. Maria Parton, Republican candidate for county clerk in the August election. This is WLAF.
And thank you for joining us tonight for our Candidates Forum here on WLAF. We're live from the Grand on Central. Thanks to Olivia Lobertini and folks for being such great hostess for us here this evening. We're going to our state representatives portion of the telecast tonight, and Campbell County, part of Union, all of Union County and part of Claiborne County will elect a state representative in August this go around. There will be a formal election in November for the August winter. We have 14 questions presented to our candidates, and WLAF has selected 7 of those candidates. We welcome Noah Smith here. He is seeking the Republican nomination for the 36th District House of Representatives seat. Susan?
Noah, we appreciate you being here tonight. We're going to give you 2 minutes to kind of introduce yourself, and then we're going to jump into those 7 questions.
Great, thank you. Thank you, WLAF, for having me, and I appreciate Jim and Susan, as always, for putting this on, and Matthew Moore, Charlie behind the camera, too, back here. We got a lot of good folks. I'm a former WLAF alum, I guess you could say an alum of WLAF. I used to work basketball and football games, so you probably saw me run around with Jim Freeman a lot, and it was a pleasure and an honor to do that. My name's Noah Smith. I am running for state representative in District 36, which encompasses all of Campbell, Union, and parts of Claiborne County. For far too long, our district has been underserved by a career politician in Nashville who has continued to sell us out to the special interest and the lobbyists. Just recently, in the video earlier, my opponent called me young and inexperienced, but at least I have the passion and the energy to show up to answer the tough questions. It's important that we elect someone that will always represent the interests and the things that we need done here in District 36. And especially here in Campbell County, which is where I'm from. I'm a lifelong native of Campbell County. I was born and raised here. I went to Campbell County High School. I graduated from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. I am the great nephew of the late Hack Ayers and grandson of R.L. Ayers. And my great uncle Hack was the state representative back in the 80s and 90s, and I hope and pray that I can continue to carry on that tradition of our conservative Republican values here in Campbell County. I'm an airline pilot. I'm a political outsider. I ran for school board when I was 18 years old, and I got elected when I was 19 years old, 1 month after I turned 19 in the 4th District. I had experience serving on the school board, but I knew it was time to not run again, so I decided to not seek a second term. But I'm an airline pilot by my day job. I fly commercial airlines and I have the responsibility of keeping people safe all the time. I think it's important that we elect a state representative that's always going to put our people first and not the national political elite. And if you elect me, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, thank you very much, Noah. Are you ready for your first question?
Yes, I'm always ready for the question.
Okay. First question. People want to see action, not political infighting. What steps will you take to foster a bipartisanship in the current environment?
Yeah, absolutely. I think bipartisanship is very important in the political climate that we have today. I think that there's a lot of bickering and fighting back and forth between Republicans and Democrats. I wish the Democrats would be more open and receptive to talking and ideas, but I think it's always important to keep extending that hand. I'm a Christian first, and that's what I always say on my signs. You'll always see Christian, conservative, fighter, and that's what I believe in that order. And that's what I tell people. I put it in that order for a reason. Christ calls us to love one another, to extend that hand, to extend that love. And just as Christ has done for us, I plan to continue to live my life in that same fashion and in that same manner. So that ties into the bipartisanship. I think that of the greatest commandments, the first of these is love, and we must continue to be that Christ image. But it also comes at a point where Democrats continue to shout and to protest, and we've seen that in the special session. But I think we do need to continue to bring and foster bipartisanship. And my opponent has spent years in the system in Nashville, has continued to fuel fire and add gasoline to that. And I think it's time that we stop electing career politicians that continue this bickering and continue this infighting. That we truly represent the values of the people that elect us, and that's the people right here in Campbell County. the people in Union County, and the people in Claiborne. So that's what's important to me. That's what's important. That should be what's important to the person that we elect, is that we put our people first, not the national political elite.
Very good. Artificial intelligence, Noah, AI is here. How would you address the numerous concerns surrounding artificial intelligence and its possible effect on jobs here in the state of Tennessee?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything we do now is controlled by AI or artificial intelligence. I don't think that's going anywhere. I wish it was around when I went through school and make life a whole lot easier, but that was not the case. So artificial intelligence is here to stay. I do think that we need workforce training, education reform, so our students are prepared for the future economy, and I think that economy, whether we like it or not, is going to involve AI. I think there's a lot of job opportunities with AI, especially around the nuclear energy sector. We've seen Oak Ridge and how they're booming. They're building energy because they're needing AI centers. I'm not for selling farmland. I'm not for selling our rural East Tennessee out to big data centers and big corporations that come in for AI. Let's keep Campbell County, and let's keep rural East Tennessee. But again, Tennessee, and District 36, cannot afford, to continue electing career politicians that are always behind the learning curve. And we need to continue to fight for that and fight for the issues that matter most. And again, whether we like AI or not, it's coming with us into the future. And I need to and I want to, be your state representative to make sure that we continue to make sure that it doesn't, destroy our homeland, doesn't destroy our roots right here in Campbell County.
Thank you, Noah. The data centers are a hot topic right now. We've got several cities and counties trying to regulate that. Next question. What are your thoughts on term limits for politicians?
Well, term limits is my number one issue, and it is the top of my platform. I think term limits are needed at all levels of government. Doesn't matter if you're my grandmother, you're my mother, or my father. We need term limits at all levels of government. I like to say, I just met with some farmers up in Speedwell and up the valley, and they always tell me politicians are like milk. Everyone has a shelf life. And I think that is especially important in our local politics, especially at the state level, that we have. And term limits at the local level, they play themselves out, as it is. We've got elections all the time for local offices, and a lot of those hit close to home. What happens when people go to Nashville and what happens when people go to D.C. is they get bought and paid for by political PACs, big companies, big corporations. Just like my opponent has taken 99% of his money from outside of this district, from big political PACs and big corporations, and sold himself out and his votes out to those people that are going to be coming knocking on the door. So we do need term limits at all levels of government. I would always vote for term limits for myself in the state house and also wherever I end up, because I think we need term limits at the state level. We need term limits at the national level. And I have signed the National Term Limits Pledge, and I don't know about my opponent, but I do plan to publicize that here soon, that I have signed the National Term Limits Pledge. And I think that we need to make sure that we stop electing career politicians, even if the term limits aren't going to happen. But I'm all for term limits, 100%. I think 85% of this district is for term limits, and I think that we need to enact them however it takes, because it's important to know that the national political establishment and the political elite have basically bought yes men for leadership, and we need someone in Campbell, Claiborne, and Union counties that's going to fight for us, not the political establishment.
Okay, next question, Noah. Would you make proof of citizenship for voter registration, and would a real ID, you think, fulfill that requirement?
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that if you're an American citizen, you should be entitled and be the only ones to vote in the elections. American citizens should be the only one to vote in elections, and we need to make sure that election integrity is a top priority. We've seen the issues that happened in 2020 and the issues that happened in 2024. Thankfully, Tennessee ranks as the #1 state in the nation for election integrity. And I want to thank Mark Goins, who's a local Campbell County native here, who is the election commissioner, for making sure that our elections are secure. The Save America Act is a very important piece of legislation that's hung up in Washington right now. If I was in D.C., I would be banging the drum every day to pass the Save America Act, because I believe that it is important that only American citizens vote in American elections. We shouldn't let illegal aliens or non-citizens vote in the elections. That's just how the Constitution says it. Now, the census says that we count people, not citizens. So that's where the census drawing has come up to play in the recent years. But yes, Real ID is a great form of ID for elections, and I do believe that would suffice elections, and that's what we do here in Tennessee. You present your ID, and then you vote, and I think that's how it should be, regardless of the state. We need secure elections, we need election integrity, and I'm thankful that President Trump has championed election integrity, because that's what we need to make sure that we continue to fight for. So yes, I do think that you do need a driver's license to vote, and if I was in D.C., I would vote for the Save America Act, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Got another question about voting. What are your thoughts on eliminating mail-in voting?
Yeah, and I've seen different arguments on the mail-in voting, one way or the other. I do support mail-in voting, especially for circumstances like military, the illnesses or travel or elderly that has been shut in and can't get out. If you're an American citizen, you're entitled to vote. And I don't think the founders envisioned electronic voting machines when they wrote the Constitution. So yes, I do believe, especially for military personnel, and that is one thing that I want to make sure that we always accommodate is our military personnel, whether they're overseas or outside of the district at the time, is that they have the opportunity to vote, and that's through mail-in voting. Illnesses and things like that, especially the elderly. I've got a great-grandmother who's in her late 90s, and she will be voting by mail, hopefully, for me. I'm not going to say who she's going to vote for, but I'm hoping she's going to vote for me. And we're going to make sure she gets that mail-in ballot. But there's ways to make sure that's secure, especially after 2020. We've got to make sure our mail-in voting is secure, just like we make sure that every vote that's cast is secure. So yes.
Okay, we're talking obviously state dollars. Would you advocate for removing the tax on groceries?
Gosh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Enough said.
Enough said. Yes, I'm for eliminating the 4% grocery tax. I think that the national bureaucrats have continued to bloat the budget year over year over year. They've continued to expand government spending without cutting any waste, and that's what we're seeing. Everyone champions on the fact that we're going to abolish a state, property tax. Well, we never had a state property tax. What we can get rid of is the 4% grocery tax, which I am for. Normal, everyday Americans and Tennesseans, just like myself, just like Susan and Jim, we go to the grocery store. We go to Walmart. We go to Food City. But these national political elites, they don't understand that concept that, they might just have people go pick their groceries up or do whatever they need. But we have everyday citizens right here in District 36 that are hurting, that are paycheck to paycheck. A 4% grocery tax with the elimination of that would directly impact people's pockets right here in the district. So yes, I'm for eliminating the 4% grocery tax. I think career politicians have over and over and over tried to champion, that we have a balanced budget, but what they don't tell you is they continue to increase spending year over year without eliminating the wasteful spending. So if they're going to continue to increase spending, in order to make sure that we can decrease taxes, you either have to increase revenue to help offset that tax burden, or you increase the spending. And national bureaucrats are continuing to decrease the spending. And national bureaucrats are continuing to increase the spending. So we need to cut waste, fraud, and abuse, just like Elon Musk did in Doge. We need a Doge in Tennessee. And we need to make sure that our everyday citizens right here at home that are struggling get the relief they need. So yes, I am for abolishing the 4% grocery tax. I can't say the same about my opponent who voted to increase your gas tax, and now we're paying $4 a gallon, $4.05 a gallon at the gas pump. And my opponent voted to increase the gas tax penny over penny over penny over year over year over year. And now we're seeing terrible roads, worse roads than we had. And while my opponent has continued to increase taxes, I'm ready to cut taxes and cut spending.
Thank you, Noah. When we're done, I want to know where you're getting that $4.05 gas, because I paid $4.39. So one last question for you. Do you support deregulating teacher licensing so people with subject matter degrees and experience can bring that knowledge into the classroom?
Absolutely. I appreciate your question. And I think the teacher shortage is something that's especially going on. You know, what I hate to say is that the teacher shortage is partly responsible because national bureaucrats and the political elite in Nashville have voted to continue to defund public schools, especially here in rural East Tennessee and Campbell, Union, and Claiborne counties. And as a result, we're putting teachers out of work. We're cutting jobs. Just in the last budget, the school board cut 12 or 13 jobs. I can't remember the count. And that's what's unfortunate, you know, is instead of creating jobs, instead of helping, you know, this teacher shortage, we're essentially eliminating positions and going back to square one. So back to the question of teacher licensing, I think it's important that we need fewer bureaucratic red tape in Nashville, just like Trump has done in D.C., just like the president has done in D.C. We need to cut red tape in Nashville, all little by little. You know, and if teachers bring, you know, practical experience and practical, real world experience from their profession, I think we should do everything we can to make sure that we can get them in the classroom. I think that's what we've lost, is that in our education system, we've continued to teach to the test. All I hear is we're teaching to the test while students continue to get left behind, and we have lost student outcomes, all while Nashville bureaucrats and Nashville political elite and our representatives have continued to pass pushing for the test because all these big curriculum companies have bought out all of these politicians. It's sad. We need education reform bad. We need to make sure our teachers are teaching and going back to the basics of reading, writing, arithmetic, math, whatever it takes. Cursive writing, we need to get back to the basics so our students actually learn and not teaching to some test. We need to make sure our students can balance checkbooks, know what a 401k is, know how to take out a loan, continue to make sure that they can get on their feet and get a job. That's what we should be teaching. And if we can get teachers that have practical real-world experience, I'm all for it. Sign me up.
Noah, thanks for taking time to answer our 7 questions. Now your 2 minutes to close.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jim and Susan, again. I appreciate, and I'll always answer the tough questions. You can call me. I've got a website, noahsmith.org. You can message me on Facebook. I'll always respond because I'm in this for one reason. I'm in it for the voters of this district. I'm in it for the citizens and the people of this district. Campbell, Claiborne, and Union counties deserve a state representative that will always fight for them, that will always go to Nashville, do the bidding of the people here at home and not the political establishment. You know, I might be young. You know, I'm 26 years old, but I'm an airline pilot. I'm an Eagle Scout, and more importantly, I'm a Christian. And I don't think, age should play a factor in this at all. If you're looking for someone that can fight for us, have the energy, stamina, and the passion to serve our communities, and then I'm your guy. I'll always fight to decrease spending, remove taxes, and cut taxes as much as we can, get education back to the basics, especially here in rural East Tennessee, bring jobs back home. We have so many opportunities here at home and at the state level that we can bring good paying jobs back here to the district. And that's exactly what I plan to do on day one. We've got broken roads, we've got broken infrastructure, and all I've got to say is if you want to continue on with the status quo, then continue to elect career politicians. But if we're ready for a change, especially here in District 36, then I would be honored to have your vote and to have your support. I'll always fight for the people here in this district, and I'll always show up, and I'll always stand up for the people that matter in this district, and that's every single person, and I mean that truly. I'll always fight for accountability, transparency, and term limits. And if I have the honor to represent this community and this district in Nashville, I will never let it go a day of my life that I'm not honored to serve. I would be honored to serve, and I'm Noah Smith, and I would appreciate your vote.
Noah, thank you. Noah Smith is seeking the Republican nomination for the 36th District House of Representatives seat. He'll be on your ballot along with Dennis Powers in August, and that seat will be determined at that race in August, and of course the November election a formality. Stay connected. We're coming right back on Meet the Candidates here with our mayoral candidates here on WLAF.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to LUB.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.
Your tire shop is here. They're still fixing autos and changing tires at the corner of Beach and Indiana. What was known as Hensley Tire is now known as Cumberland Tire and Service. With the new name comes new owners, John and Cheryl Heatherly. Oh, and they've changed up the color of the building too. Cumberland Tire and Service is ready to take care of your automotive needs. With the same honest, no-hassle service Campbell County has always known. A full lineup of auto repair under one roof. Whether you need new tires, an oil change, an AC repair, or something more, Cumberland Tire and Service is here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Transparent diagnosis, competitive pricing, and friendly service you can trust are in the gray and orange building. 423-563-TIRE, 563-8473. We are Campbell County's full-service shop. Quick service, straight prices, done right. Cumberland Tire and Service.
Thank you, Campbell County. I'm honored to be voted your Republican nominee for County Clerk. I want to sincerely thank everyone who voted, prayed, and encouraged this campaign during the primary election. Your support means more than words can express, but we're not finished yet. Our focus is now on the August general election, and with your continued support, we can keep this momentum growing stronger every day. For 25 years, I proudly served the people of this county. I gained the experience, knowledge, and professionalism needed to lead the clerk's office. Now let me put that experience to work for you as your county clerk. My vision is simple, a clerk's office built around quality customer service, knowledge, and respect. A place where every citizen feels welcomed with a smile, leaves knowing they were treated right. Together we can build a clerk's office the people of Campbell County can truly be proud of. I'm Maria Parton, and I would be honored to earn your vote for county clerk. Thank you.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to LUB.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.
And we'll come back into our mayor's segment here. I'll meet the candidates on WLAF live from the Grand on Central. Again, our thanks to Olivia Lobertini and the folks here for making this possible for us here tonight, making their venue available. It's now time to meet our mayor candidates.
Again,
yes. We've gone through this once already this year. Now our second time as Jimmy Jeffries and Jack Lynch running for mayor. Lynch is the incumbent. Jeffries is the challenger. Each candidate will open with a couple of minutes to talk about themselves and pass along a couple of thoughts. We'll open alphabetically with Jimmy Jeffries. Jimmy?
I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you, WLAF, for putting this on, and I'd like to especially say thank you to everyone who voted for me in the primary to make me your Republican candidate. My name is Jimmy Jeffries, and I am the Republican candidate for Campbell County Mayor. I am a lifelong Campbell County resident. I live out in Demery. I've been married to my wife Liza for over 20 years. We have 2 children and 2 grandchildren. I've spent my career in public service. I currently work as a special agent for the Tennessee Department of Safety and Office of Homeland Security. Prior to that, I worked for the Campbell County Sheriff's Department, the City of La Follette, where I served as Chief of Police, where I learned budgeting and grants, and then I moved on into the City Administrator's role, where not only did I do budgeting and grants, but I also learned all of the working aspects of local government. And the reason I'm running for mayor is I feel like that we need to change directions in Campbell County. We have either two businesses who are either closing or have closed. And that's not just businesses closing. Those are families. Those are fathers, mothers, children of, the people here in Campbell County. So we also have thousands of people every day who leave Campbell County to work. So we have to start recruiting jobs very, very heavily. We have to work towards bringing business into Campbell County and to have our workforce ready to work those jobs when they come. We also have almost $2 million deficit in our school budget, and that's not just a county mayor or county commission or school board issue. That's an entire county issue because those children are our future. So I guess in short, the reason I'm running is job recruitment for better infrastructure to support education and to improve our county services. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Jeffries running as a Republican in the August election. Running as an independent is the incumbent, Mayor Jack Lynch. Jack?
Thank you, Jim, and thank WLAF for having us tonight. I'm Jack Lynch. I am your county mayor. I came in 4 years ago when the wings of change. We changed a lot of offices 4 years ago, and I was thrust into position because of a closure. We're talking about jobs, that I had to change my direction a little bit and get into economic development in a big scale. So I guess the reason I'm running is that we need to finish the job that we started. We are recruiting jobs. We are bringing factories. We have done those things, but we need to do more. And we are going to continue to do more. We'll talk more about that later. I'm just a country boy. If you don't know me, I grew up on a dirt farm in Powell Valley, and we raised everything we ate and sold everything we ate, and we were true subsistence farmers. Since then, I have worked my way on the farm. I worked my way through Lincoln Memorial University for a business degree and an education degree at the same time. Later, I went back to the University of Tennessee, and I got a master's degree in instruction and in a minor in economics. And later in my career, I did wind up with economics as my major field of teaching. I taught 30 years in the Campbell County school system. I've taught in the county jail. So I've done a lot of teaching before this. And 4 years ago, you were nice enough to vote me in as your county mayor. And as I said, I'm here to finish the job, and I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. We're going to start with the questions. As usual, we gave the candidates a list of questions, 12 in the mayor's race. Tonight, we're going to be asking them 6 of those 12. So we will go alphabetically, and then, of course, we'll do Jimmy, and then Jack, and then Jack, and then Jimmy, which is hard alphabetically because you're both Joes. Okay, Jimmy, we're going to let you start off. In the past, the mayor has acted as chairman for the county commission. If you were offered this position, would you accept it? Why or why not?
So if I was offered the position, if that's what the county commission feels like I would best serve the county, yes, I would accept it. However, if the commission feels that it's best served as commissioner to continue in that position, then that's fine too. The county mayor has a lot to do with economic development, working with department heads, being accountable to citizens, and the county commission also has a strong role to play with funding and the committees they sit on, and everything they do is very, very important. But I think the most important thing is, regardless of who sits as the chair, is that we all work together for the betterment of Campbell County.
Okay, thank you. Jack, same question. In the past, the mayor has acted as chairman for the county commission. If you were offered that position, would you accept it? Why or why not?
I would if I was needed. There is no magic formula. About half of the mayors in Tennessee serve as chair, about half do not. If you serve as the chair, you can only break a tie. That's your role. You are, of course, acting as a liaison for the commission, but you have to break a tie, and that's it. If you are not the chair, then you have veto power. Of course, that veto power is a weak position because veto power can be overridden with a simple majority instead of a 3/4 majority. So across the state, I can't say statistically that one is better than the other one, but we have a working commission. We have people who are educated on the commission, who are have experience in working in business, and they're very capable of doing that. I know as to school teachers, I said earlier, I have never seen a superintendent of schools as a chair of the commission. They have always been there to answer questions, help move it along. And you'll notice that that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of the go-to guy that they send out, hey, we're going to vote for this, you know, we need you to carry it out. And that's the job of the mayor. As I see it, there's not a lot of difference. It does add more work to your load to be the chair, and you have a little bit less say-so in that you can't veto. But either way, the commission is the one that makes a choice. It's not us. I would do their will.
With you for this next question, which is more important, being available to citizens or appearing at public events?
Well, they're both important. I instituted, when I took office, an open door policy, and you're welcome to walk in my office anytime. You may have to wait a few minutes, but you will see somebody. We are an open, I say myself that I am an open book because I've lived in public for 30 years. I am also an open door. So my door is open to the citizens. They may come in and discuss any issue they need to, and I'll hold your confidence. That's my job. So that's important. It's also important to do other things, such as events you're talking about. I'm sure you're not talking about a wrestling match as an event, but we're talking about, you know, there's protocols. And if the senator comes off a plane, the mayor should be there to welcome them to Campbell County. That's, to me, that's protocol, and that's part of the job. If it's a new business starting up, absolutely, I should be there or have someone there from my staff. These people invest sometimes their whole life savings to create a business. And if we can help those people get started, if we can promote that business a little bit in the beginning, it's great. The average small business fails, only 80% survive the first year. Our numbers are much better than that. We're hitting like 90% that are able to make it 1 year. After that, the statistics say it's dependent upon how many people you hire. And after that, the growth of the company. So statistically, I think we're doing what's right, but we're going to do both as long as we're able to. Thank you.
And thank you. And now for Jimmy, your question, same question. Which is more important, being available to citizens or appearing at public events?
So I think as a general rule, being available to citizens is more important. I do believe that you need to be at the public events. I do believe if you have businesses that open, you need to be there. I believe you need to go and support Campbell County and Campbell County's events. But being available to citizens is very, very important. There are some events that I believe that the mayor is very well served, like the Governor's Economic Development Conference, where you would learn the new things that are coming down the pike for Tennessee. But if you are out of the office, if you are at those types of events, I believe your staff should be there to answer questions. I also believe if the person needs to see the mayor, that the staff should be able to set up an appointment that you can come back in and you can sit down and see the people, even if you're out at an event in the county. I believe you should always make time to be available for the citizens and make appointments to see them when they need to see you.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Next question, coming back to you. Would you consider creating an industrial recruiter position for Campbell County? And if so, how would you go about doing that?
So Yes, I think Campbell County needs a full-time industrial recruiter. I believe as of right now, the deputy mayor serves as a part-time industrial recruiter, but we need people, we need somebody who eats, breathes, sleeps, and lives industrial recruiting, so we don't miss opportunities coming into our county. You know, so we don't miss those jobs that could be coming in. And I believe that we've lost jobs in our county recently, and I don't believe that we can afford to lose any more jobs in our county. So I believe a full-time industrial recruiter position, if the county budget would sustain it, is absolutely something that we need. So we have somebody out there who's always looking, always ready to bring those jobs into Campbell County.
Jack, same question to you. Would you consider creating an industrial recruiter position for Campbell County? And if so, how would you go about it?
Well, as Jimmy said, we do have that position. It is Randy Brown and Keisha Howard together. The commission looked at that. The expense of that was pretty high, and they decided to turn it over to the mayor, which I was glad to do. With Randy on the job, he's got 30 years experience in workforce development. I felt comfortable with him leading the charge, and Keisha has many years also working in the county mayor's office and other type of things where she's done grants for us, and she's operating several grants. I feel like that we are doing very well with it. The problem with industrial recruitment at this point and at that point was we got Gold Creek Foods back online, 240 people. We got United Rare Earth. They moved 5 mobile units in up there this week, if I read it correctly. They told me it would be done yesterday. I'll have to go see. They are going to start the building within 90 days. So they're going to have engineers and everyone on site very soon, and we're underway. And that's a great undertaking. We've done a lot of industrial recruitment. I have an economic development staff made up of them and people from the state and other agencies. We've met on a Sunday with 16 people with somebody flying in from Israel. Most of these people that come, they're not cold calls. You don't walk up and ask them. They have already researched us. They know all about us. They know the statistics. And the last one I showed a building told me, well, your numbers are good. Your unemployment numbers are very low. Can you get the workers? Yes, I can get you the workers, I guarantee it. But that's the way it is.
And Jack, we'll stay with you for this next question. As you've campaigned, what are you hearing on the campaign trail from the county residents, and what are their concerns and perhaps the plans that you have to address some of those concerns, if not all?
Well, we don't get time to do a lot of campaigning at this point. We're too busy doing the job. But as we go around, and I live in the community, I'm out every day. I shop in the community. I go somewhere every day. I am talked to by the people throughout the community. Honestly, a lot of them say, you know, hey, I believe we're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing. But do we have people who have problems? Yes, we do. We get calls about goats in the road, animal control calls like dogs, or occasionally you'll have somebody dissatisfied with some service that we are providing. And we do what we do. We do what we have to do. We address each and every problem that people have, and we try to achieve and answer a recognizable something. We have a road problem here. I've got chuck holes. Well, I'm going to call Mr. Dillbeck, and we're going to have him call you, and we're going to work this out. So we do carry out our mission, which is try to help people. We walked through the door at the county mayor's office. I looked at Randy Brown, and I said, Randy, we're here to help people. That's our job, and that's what we're going to do.
Very good. Jimmy, the same question for you as you've campaigned. What are you hearing from the residents in Campbell County, and how do you plan to address some of those concerns that they've mentioned to you?
First, let me say, it's not my goats. My fence is good.
Check him off the list.
So as I go around, mostly what I hear the biggest concern with people in Campbell County is jobs, the fact that we've had major closures. I talked to a father. He's a family with a family of 5, and 4 of them have to travel outside of Campbell County to work. I have 2 children. Both my children travel outside of Campbell County to work. So that's some major concerns of people. Oak Ridge is getting ready to boom. There will be a lot of supply chain businesses that come out of that boom in Oak Ridge. I think the federal government, from my understanding, they're getting ready to invest not just millions but billions into Oak Ridge. And we have to be ready. We have to work with TCAT and all of our local partners. We have to start that process right now to have the workforce ready for those jobs when those jobs come up. And I know we talk a lot about United Rare Earth Minerals, and I think it's a great thing. I think that's going to be a great thing for our county, and I hope it takes them half the time to develop it, and they employ twice as many people as they plan and pay a third more. But there is no business that's going to be the end-all, do-all, be-all for us. So we have to reach out for all the other businesses that are coming that we need to come into Campbell County. We need to reach out and recruit those, and I do have some contacts that can help with that business recruiting. Another thing I hear a lot of people complain about, and this is the second biggest thing, but it's sanitation, and this is before the fires and everything out at the tow string dump. But I hear a lot of people. I get a lot of complaints that some of our outlying convenience centers are closed some days throughout the week. And I had a gentleman that complained, that was talking this weekend, and his complaint was that it's household trash only on Saturday and Sunday. Well, he is one of the people that works out of town, so he is not in town during Monday through Friday when our sanitation department's open. So if it's not open when you need to be open, it's not very convenient. So I'll work with whoever I need to, the commission, the department heads, whoever we have to work with, because that's a basic county service, and we have to get that fixed.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Next question for you, almost the last question, next to last. Can you explain the wheel tax, and are you an advocate for it?
So my understanding of the wheel, the wheel tax is a tax that you pay when you register your vehicle.
Oh, I know. We do it on cars.
I believe it has been sent to a few different places in the county budget over the years. I'll tell you some things I don't like about the wheel tax. Is it's only Campbell County residents that pay it. If you're paying sales tax, everybody pays sales tax. You can come down here and spend the entire summer down here. You can enjoy our lakes. You can do whatever you want. If you don't actually live in Campbell County, you can, when you go back home, you never pay the wheel tax. So I don't like the wheel tax for that reason. I think that the fairest way is that everybody here, while they're enjoying Campbell County, pays a fair amount of the tax for Campbell County.
Jack, same question. Can you explain the wheel tax, and are you an advocate for it?
The wheel tax generates about $1.1 million a year for Campbell County. It was originally put in place to fund a school deficit. However, as time goes on, the comptroller of the United States, or the state of Tennessee, had an opinion that that was not correct because schools have the maintenance of effort law. Therefore, we're mandated to move the money, so to speak. So the school is now, that part of the fund is now taken out of sales tax, and where we took the sales tax out, I said we. It had to move back in with a wheel tax. Any way you look at it, it brings in $1.1 million. It's paid by every citizen of Campbell County, whether you own property or not. The answer is, how do you get the extra $1.1 million? We've attacked several issues. One thing we've been looking at is the short-term rentals and trying to find out, are we losing money there? Could we gain some money there? There are ways to gain this money back and possibly cut the wheel tax. in the state, it's about a third of them that don't have the wheel tax, I think. Anderson County does not have it, but a lot of the counties do, and it's half dozen, one or six of the other. You've got to pay the $1 million or cut services. I don't believe anybody wants to lose services because our schools are, as Jimmy said, on the edge. So how do you get them 1.1 million? That's the question.
Jack, we'll stay with you for this last question. Do you think elected officials, including commissioners and school board members, should have term limits?
I don't mind being term limited. Don't mind it at all. I know Knoxville does it with their commission and other people. I do believe that the people term limit you locally. I had another person here in town that was in position for many years, and he was voted out, and he said, I retired due to sickness. They got tired of me, he got sick of me. So the voters will term limit you. How great is it to cut it off in 2 years? I would be for it as a general principle. On the other hand, what's the downside? You're losing experience and you're replacing it with novice. So it goes both ways. But as far as myself, I'll be glad to be term limited, no problem.
Very good, thank you. And Jimmy, our last question. Do you think elected officials, including commissioners and school board members, should be held to term limits?
Yes, I do believe we should have term limits. I believe, but if we're going to have a conversation about that, we need to have a real honest conversation. I would support them if they're done correctly. I think they need to be done correctly and fairly across the board and for the right reasons, and not used by any person or group of people to target any political opponents. But if done correctly, I believe they could bring in some new blood, some new ideas, and some new forward-thinking people to help move Campbell County forward into the future.
Well, that's our questions.
That's it.
Wow.
I guess they get their 2 minutes to close now. So
there we go.
Jimmy, take your 2 minutes and tell
you.
everybody why they should vote for you.
Well, thank you. I'm really surprised y'all didn't ask us a question about why we make Campbell County home. I struggled over that question. I thought that would be the easiest question to answer, but I struggled over it, and the answer is because it's home. On our old family farm, my grandkids are 5th generation out there now. And, Campbell County's home, and Campbell County's where I plan to be. But I am your Republican candidate, and the reason I am running is because Campbell County is home. My family has been here for years and years and years. Matter of fact, my grandpa bought a tractor from your dad in the 70s, first tractor he ever had, when he owned farm services. But he bought a tractor from Glenn Morton in the 70s, and first tractor he ever had.
I bet it was a Deutz.
Nope, long.
Okay,
and I've still got it. I used it until about 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. I am your Republican candidate, and I am here for Campbell County. I think Campbell County I'm invested in Campbell County. I think Campbell County needs to move in a different direction. We have lost jobs. We do have an unemployment problem. We do have thousands of people who travel outside of Campbell County, hence a big part of our traffic problems in the evenings. So we need to be forward-thinking. We need to, I will be forward-thinking, and we need to recruit businesses. We have the expansions that's going to be going on all around us, and we need to recruit those businesses. And the reasons I'm running is because I want to recruit business. I want to improve our infrastructure. I want to support our education department, and I want to improve our county services and make sure our county services are running at peak efficiency. So again, my name is Jimmy Jeffries. I am your Republican candidate for county mayor, and I'd like to, if you all will help me in August, vote for me in August, I'll get started on these things in September. Thank you very much.
All right, Jack, I'm going to ask you the same question, and I'm also going to give you time to talk about buying a tractor from my dad, because I think you might have done that too. So why should everybody vote for you?
You want to know about the tractor first? Or
Either way. Either way.
I still have one of those Deutz tractors.
You have a Deutz. All right. If y'all don't know,
Deutz Alice. Yeah, we mow with it still today.
A Deutz is an air-cooled German tractor, for those of you who don't know.
I love them. Well, here I am. I'm Jack Lynch, and I think if I haven't had you in school, your parents know me or something, because, like I say, we've worked in the public for 30 years, more than 30 years. And I've always said, and the same politician said they got sick of him, he said, you know, why do you hire a CEO of a company? You hire him based on three things: his education, which I worked hard for that education, and his experience, relative experience. I've worked in the public, as I said, for 30 years. I have the experience. Now I have 4 years as county mayor to add to that experience. And past performance, which indicates future activities, what you'll be doing in the future based on what you did in the past, I guess. So I've been very successful, I think, throughout my life in the education field. Your dad was my principal too, by the way. All along the way, you know, it's all about helping the people as I see it. I think Jimmy and I are kind of, both of us ran for the same reason. He's running for the same reason I ran, I guess, last time and this time. I'm here more this time just to finish the job. But we're concerned about all these things. We are recruiting jobs. We have recruited jobs. We're going to continue to recruit jobs. Our services are much better today than they were 4 years ago, and we haven't raised taxes one dime. And on top of that, we've had 3 clean audits from the state of Tennessee, and that's unheard of. Thank you.
Gentlemen, Jimmy Jeffries, Jack Lynch, we thank you. We thank all the others who were here tonight. And Susan, thank you. It's been a great, it's gone by quickly, great evening.
Well, thank you. It did go by quickly, and we had a little information on tractors as well. I don't think we've ever had that at a political forum before.
Well, and the goat problem.
And the goat.
Clear that up.
But on the topic of equipment, we should thank our sponsors, starting
Yes.
with Cumberland Tire and Service on the corner of Beach and Hensley, and LUB, and then Maria Parton. She's the Republican candidate for county clerk.
Very good. Thanks to everyone tonight for being a part of this candidates forum here on WLAF. Thanks to Matthew Moore, Nancy Bright. Jackson Sharp has made it all the way in from New York City to be here tonight. So we've had some great folks, some great help. Charlie Hudson, thank you too. Good night from WLAF.
You are watching and listening to WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum. Tonight's broadcast is originating from the Grand Isle Central and is made possible by Alco Builders and Realty, David Bell's Automotive, locally family owned and operated since 1966, Builtwell Bank, La Follette, Jacksboro, and Jellicoe, Burge Screen Printing, Larry, Don, Colby, and Kimberly Burge, Campbell County Mayor Jack Lynch, who will be on the ballot in the August election, Dave's Lawnmower Parts near I-75 behind the former Scotties at Caryville, State Representative Dennis Powers, thankful to be serving you, 8th Judicial District Attorney General Jared Effler, C&L Metal Sales has the best prices in the tri-state. See Matt Klein, the former Cougar. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. La Follette, Jacksboro, and Clinton. Member FDIC. Quality Lawn Sales and Service, Cub Cadet and more for Campbell County at Indian Mound Circle. LUB, La Follette Utilities Board. We will prove our worth every day. Local realtor Gage Dopel is ready to help you find your dream home or help you sell your home. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank. See Beth, Brian, and Carrie. Gamble Motors, beside the South Avenue stoplight, keeping you rolling since the 1950s. One name has it all, Maynard's. See Maynard's for record service and auto parts. The city of La Follette is celebrating more than 125 years as a city. C&L Furniture. See us for furniture as well as guns and more on North Tennessee Avenue. Grace Rehab. We're here to help you at Grace Rehab. La Follette Mine Supply. See LMS for boat lifts, septic tanks, septic chambers, and more. Lithocraft Printing and Office Supplies since 1961, right there on West Beach Street. Lions Liquor Locker, 511 West Central Avenue in La Follette. Brandon Parton, your property assessor, honored to serve you. Deposit your check anytime, anywhere with the People's Bank of the South app. Powell Clinch Utility District can lower your energy bill with a 40-gallon natural gas tank water heater. Premier Weight Management Anesthetics, your premier destination for your weight loss goals. Noah Smith for State Representative. Smith Metals and Dock Sales right across from the Campbell County High School. TCAT, the leader in technical education and industry training. Terry's Pharmacy, serving you in La Follette and Jacksboro. When it comes to the home, come to Winder Furniture, next to Light 8 in La Follette. WLAF, AM, FM, TV, and .com since 1953. Jacksboro GNC is ready to keep you at the top of your game. Congratulations, Class of 26 from Jacksboro GNC. Since 2017, Common Ground Coffee Shop is serving you from the heart of La Follette on Freeman Corner. Hope and Stand Church is now open in his new facility behind Tim Short Ford of La Follette.
Walter's Funeral Home, where we remain, our family serving your family with dignity and caring service.
Cumberland Tire and Service on the corner of Beach and Indiana. New Horizon Baptist Church, loving God, loving others, making disciples. Maria Parton, Republican candidate for county clerk in the August election. This is WLAF.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to lub.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.
Your tire shop is here. They're still fixing autos and changing tires at the corner of Beach and Indiana. What was known as Hensley Tire is now known as Cumberland Tire and Service. With the new name comes new owners, John and Cheryl Heatherly. Oh, and they've changed up the color of the building too. Cumberland Tire and Service is ready to take care of your automotive needs. With the same honest, no-hassle service Campbell County has always known. A full lineup of auto repair under one roof. Whether you need new tires, an oil change, an AC repair, or something more, Cumberland Tire and Service is here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Transparent diagnosis, competitive pricing, and friendly service you can trust are in the gray and orange building. 423-563-TIRE, 563-8473. We are Campbell County's full-service shop. Quick service, straight prices, done right. Cumberland Tire and Service.
Thank you, Campbell County. I'm honored to be voted your Republican nominee for county clerk. I want to sincerely thank everyone who voted, prayed, and encouraged this campaign during the primary election. Your support means more than words can express, but we're not finished yet. Our focus is now on the August general election, and with your continued support, we can keep this momentum growing stronger every day. For 25 years, I proudly served the people of this county. I gained the experience, knowledge, and professionalism needed to lead the clerk's office. Now let me put that experience to work for you as your county clerk. My vision is simple, a clerk's office built around quality customer service, knowledge, and respect. A place where every citizen feels welcomed with a smile, leaves knowing they were treated right. Together we can build a clerk's office the people of Campbell County can truly be proud of. I'm Maria Parton, and I would be honored to earn your vote for county clerk. Thank you.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to LUB.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.